Hey folks, welcome to the Dice Tower. I'm Sam.
I'm JT.
And this right here is our bottom 5. That is to say our numbers 10 through 6 of our top 10 games that we love to teach.
This one, I had some moral dilemmas with this whole... As I started going through this, I'm just like, yes, no, wait, maybe, I don't know. Who am I teaching it to? Like, this one was really hard for me, harder than I thought it would be.
Yes, those questions do come in because who you're teaching the game to and how each person that you know at least, because if you don't know them, you don't know how they need to be taught.
Sure.
Does that make sense? Because you know people and you know that some of them are more like academic learners and they need to hear all of the rules. Other people are more, I don't know, like for me, I do actually learn better playing through the game.
Sure.
Give me the parameters and then let's play.
Yeah.
I don't always get all the rules that way, but I'm less of an academic learner and more of an experiential learner.
So I kind of pinned this down to games that I like to teach because of how the first play goes.
Sure.
Like, so I like to teach it because I like to see the reactions throughout the game. Like, I want to bring this one to the table for lengthy reasons, not just to teach itself. But
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I ended up having to be.
I tried to pick games that I enjoy to teach, generally regardless of who I'm teaching it to.
Gotcha.
I just enjoy teaching the games because usually they're very easy teaches.
Okay. Fair.
That's where I went.
Fair.
So, all right, let's get down to it. Our bottom 5 games we love to teach. Let's hit it. All right, my number 10 is a really simple dice game that is all about trying to maximize the number of points that you get for each of, I believe, 6 different animals that you're inviting to your Barbie. This is called Sausage Sizzle. From it was just recently re-released by 25th Century Games, but this is a game where you're rolling dice, and the dice, I believe it's 4 of the dice have animal faces on them, and then there are 2 other kinds of dice, and those have other things on them, basically multipliers. You have a man, now I can't remember the stupid animal that's on the face. It's I can't remember. Anyway, one of them is if you roll all of those, then you're going to get like times 7. But otherwise, you're only going to be rolling at maximum times 5. And those are the maxima. Those are the multipliers of the dice. The other dice you're trying to roll is you're trying to roll the animal that you're trying to score that particular round. You don't actually have to choose until you start picking those faces of the dice. It's a lot more complicated, it sounds right now. But when I actually have the dice and all that kind of stuff, it's a lot easier to show you. But it's really fun to teach, and it's really, people catch on to it really fast, which makes the teach easier, which is why I enjoy teaching this one. But it's just a dice game, so it's not like it's going to be that difficult anyway. I just enjoy teaching people it because I like to see them, after their first turn, they go, oh. Or after somebody's first turn, they go, oh, I get it. Okay, no, this is easy. This is simple. So that's my number 10, Sausage Sizzle.
All right. I haven't played that one, so I don't know. All right. My number 10 is not a fistful of meeples. It's a fistful of dinosaurs, and it's a game called Draftosaurus. Draftosaurus is such a fun game to put on the table. It's not very complicated. You have 2 sides of a board, and that board is split into 2 halves, and there's several different sections in those halves, and those, they might be that you need to put all of the same dinosaur in this pen, or you need to put them one of each dinosaur in this pen, or you need to put pairs here. And really all you're doing is you're telling everybody, here, take this bag, grab 6 dinosaurs. You got these cool little dinosaurs in your hand. Now you draft one. One of you rolls a dice, which tells you where you can put the thing. And then you get to place it out on this map. And everybody that I've played this with, they love holding the dinosaurs. They love passing the dinosaurs around. They love the puzzle. This one is just a fun little game. It's an easy teach. It's an easy jump right into.
Yep.
And I've never seen anybody that didn't like holding a handful of dinosaurs. So this is just an easy one to bring to any table and to play nice and quick. And you can play it a few times if you want or whatever else. But I really like Draftosaurus. I think it's a fantastic game.
That's cool.
That is my number 10, Draftosaurus.
Draftosaurus. All right, my number 9 is a social deduction game within which one of the players is a clue giver. 2 came to mind when I was thinking about these lists. One was Obscurio, because I like being the clue giver and teaching the game at the same time, because I feel like I have more freedom to teach how the game plays as the clue giver. I'm not trying to convince you that I'm on your team, and I'm not trying to convince you that I'm not on your team.
What's the name of the game?
I'm getting there, man. Why are you rushing me?
Stretch.
This one is called Deception, Murder in Hong Kong. And the reason I enjoy doing this one, I've enjoyed teaching it in the past, is because I can have that freedom to answer rules of the game.
Sure.
And you don't wonder if I'm trying to just lead you in the wrong direction. Because you don't know if I'm on your team or not. So you don't know if I'm giving you the right answer or not. I love teaching the game because I can be impartial as the clue giver. I found that if I'm trying to teach the game and I'm not the clue giver, it's much more difficult to do that.
Sure.
So that's just one of the reasons why. So this one has a little bit of the caveat. I love teaching this game if I'm the clue giver. Now, after that first game as the clue giver, we'll probably play again and somebody else will say, I want to try to be the clue giver. And then that'll be absolutely the case. But I really enjoy teaching Deception, Murder in Hong Kong. But I really, really enjoy teaching it if I'm the clue giver. So that's my number 9.
Yeah, that's fair. And that's very true. You do like teaching it if you're the clue giver. I think on most of those games, like 80% of the time, you want to be the clue giver.
You have to be. You kind of have to be.
No, I meant you as Sam wants to be the clue giver.
I do.
He doesn't want to play the rest of the game. He just wants the clue giver part.
But I will also say this. It's difficult for a new person to be a good clue giver.
No, yeah. Sure.
So I'm not just being selfish.
All right. Well, my number 9 is a great little game where you give somebody a stack of cards that has a whole bunch of numbers on the bottom of them. You tell them to put them in order from top to bottom. You don't even have to tell them why they're putting them in order from top to bottom. And then you let them shift it around to the next person. You have everybody stretch their cards out in front of them where they have a whole bunch of keys with a whole bunch of different numbers on them.
This is a good one.
And then you teach them how to play Xylotar. In Xylotar, it is such a great jump into the game. That first game when you're like, okay, sort these cards out, place them out. Okay, now every one of those cards in front of you has a range between this and this. And the red ones can go higher, or whatever else. And you're telling them all these rules. But this is a trick-taking game where you do not know what your numbers are actually.
Yeah.
And this is such a fun one to get that first game. The reactions in that first game is they're like, okay, I'm going to play this one because I'm pretty sure I can win. And they throw a 2 out there because it's 3/4 of the way up their thing. It's just absolutely the first game of this, the first play of this. People, I've never had this game flop the first game. I don't think I've ever had this game flop. Period.
Yeah.
But this one
Always
is such a fun jump in, lay out your cards, and see what happens that first game. And it's such a cool teach. By the time the first game is played, everybody understands it, and it's just smooth and rolling in from there. I like teaching Xylotar. I like putting Xylotar on the table. I like the way it looks and the way people react to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my number 9, Xylotar by Bezier Games.
I actually love how much they actually just leaned into the theme of the game.
I don't care about the theme. I don't even know if it has a theme.
It
has a Xylotar.
It puts people in the right mood. They're like, okay, that's kind of wild, crazy,
I've never
zany.
told anybody what the theme is.
Oh, I start by reading the theme out to people.
Every single time we play, you read it out. It doesn't even matter if I played it 19 or whatever. You just read it.
I do. It's great. All right, my number 8 is an older game, and I've really enjoyed teaching this over the years. It's super simple to teach, and you can teach it in almost 10 seconds or less. You can just basically say, we're going to draft these houses. We're going to pay for them with the money that we have. We're going to auction them off. And then in the second half of the game, we're going to try to sell those properties to get as much money as we possibly can. Money that you have left over from the first round also adds to your points at the end of the game. Whoever has the most money at the end of the game is the winner. That's it.
Yeah, I've had a couple of teachers
For
this where I
sale.
wanted to punch somebody in the head.
Really?
Because they don't listen.
They don't listen.
It's-
Okay. I've
get you. I'm
never had people
It shouldn't be like that.
not understand how to play this game. It's been super simple. We give you some money. You're going to use that money to buy properties in the first round, and you're going to sell those properties off for the checks in the second round, and whoever has the most points is. And it plays so quickly and so smoothly that people usually want to say, let's play it again right after that.
Yep.
That has been my experience with it, and I really enjoy it when you can see people enjoy a game from the onset. And that's one of the reasons why I just really enjoy teaching For Sale. That's my number 8.
I have no idea. I had one teacher this game where one of the people I taught just didn't get it, couldn't get it, didn't want to get it, wanted to overanalyze it, asked questions through the whole game. I was really surprised. Yeah. But he's right. This is a great first one. All right, my number 8. This game will turn anybody into a tactical speed freak. Well, that's true. It's from Days of Wonder, and it's called Heat Pedal to the Metal. I have not had a game. It doesn't matter who I've sat down with and I've taught Heat to. Heat is such a fun game to play because you have a hand of cards, gives you your gas, you add up your speed to these corners. Make sure you slow down in the corners. You got to pass with this speed. Just that basic game, and then you got to do 3 laps of this and come in the first. The way that everybody shifts their gears on their board and everything else, it just draws people in. They're like, all right, I'm shifting up and I'm going to play 3 cards, and and once it gets going, it's very, very smooth.
Yep.
But it doesn't matter who I've taught this to or whatever else. They're like, oh, I don't like racing or whatever else. But once you start playing it and realizing all the cool things you're doing, Heat is a fantastic game for that first play. And a lot of these games are actually games that, actually several of these games are games that after the first play, people are like, I'm going to go buy this because of how those plays go. But it's such a fun thing to teach. You don't have a lot of rules overhead.
Yep.
You can do everything on your turn, even if you're playing with the automa as the teacher, and it just flows smoothly.
It does.
As soon as they learn what the mechanic or what the steps are through their turn, after they play it's just boom, 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 and everybody's racing. So I really like Heat Pedal to the Metal for that. That's a nice light, but there's enough depth into it.
Yes.
And you can make it way deeper, so that's really cool.
Yep, I played Heat a few times before I actually tried it solo, and I got kind of good, not really. I got kind of good against other people. Then I started playing against the Legends, and I'm like, oh no, I'm not that good at all, actually.
You gotta push.
You really have to push it.
Yeah.
And you take risks that you don't normally take because you know if you don't do that, you have no chance.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy it. That was on my short list of games to choose from. It didn't make my list just because I've only taught it, I think, once or twice.
Yeah.
I've played it solo so much. So, but that is a good choice. Good pick. All right, my number 7 is another game that he likes a version of it better than the original version, but it's okay. This one's called King Domino. King Domino, for me, has been a really fun game to teach because it does have, like you were just saying a little bit ago, with Heat, I need to go out and purchase this game after their first play.
Yep.
I've had that happen so many times with King Domino, and it's that idea where people are in some way, shape, or form at least slightly familiar with the idea of dominoes and putting things end to end and matching things up and all that other kind of stuff. But then you pull into it this idea of drafting the tiles in order, and where you place your dew determines what order you're going to pick in next turn. There's a lot of cool other modern mechanisms that get infused into it. And then building your little kingdom is the payoff, so to speak, the rewarding aspect of it that people really begin to enjoy the game with. And so it's just been one of those games that I've always enjoyed playing and teaching, and that's my number 7, King Domino.
Nice. That's a great game. All right, my number 7 is a beautiful game from Bruno Cathala and Bombix called Abyss. Ooh. I like teaching Abyss. I like teaching Abyss to lots of different people. It is set collection for the most part. But the first part, as you start teaching everybody, yes, you're collecting these sets. You're trying to collect these underwater lords. And when you get 3 with keys, then you get these locations, you know, and then those become... That part is secondary, but when you start to teach this game with a set collection and realizing that, hey, you get to keep flipping cards out there until you get the one you want, but somebody else can buy that from you before you get them. That somebody else can buy that, can spend the pearls. The first person, you're just like, oh, that 6 just popped up right there, 6 red popped up, and you're like, here's your pearl, you know, and once everybody gets into that, I'm buying cards with the pearls, like that's where the sweet spot is, and that's what really draws people into the set collection and then what they're moving towards in the end of the game. So as soon as you start to realize you can flip those cards, and then there's piles of cards that are out there that you can take one of those instead, there's just lots of cool simple mechanics that lead to more stuff, but it's in a beautiful game. Absolutely gorgeous art.
Yes, very much so.
Not a ton of verbiage to worry about. I mean, there is verbiage, and like I said, that comes towards the end of the game or later in the game once they start to get their feet underneath them. Sure. So I really like Abyss. I really like teaching that. I like the table present. I love the pearls. And it just really draws people into that mechanic. So
that's a good one.
That's my number 7.
Yep.
Abyss.
That's a good one. And Cathala's a OG designer, man. He's so good. All right, my last one for this segment actually came about because of another game that JT said was one of his nopes.
Oh,
and this one may have replaced that nope of his because it's a very similar game. This game, however, I really enjoy teaching Rebel Princess. Now, I'm wondering, which one of your nopes do you think Rebel Princess could take out of my collection?
I don't remember my nopes. Nopes. Which one does it take out of your collection?
The Dwarf King.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because it has a very similar thing where each round there's going to be a different rule for each round. Yep. But for some reason, Rebel Princess does it so much better.
Yeah.
I really still enjoy Dwarf King. It's been in my collection for a long time. I've played it so many times. But the more I play Rebel Princess, the more I teach Rebel Princess, the more it's like, I don't know if I need to own the Dwarf King anymore. Because it's so much better.
Yeah.
I really enjoy Rebel Princess. I really enjoy watching people get it, to watch the light turn on. Because when you... There's a couple of different walls that you have to get through. First of all, if people haven't played trick-taking games, you've got to get through that wall first.
Yep.
And then on top of that, once you get settled with that, then you have to get them to understand how each round is going to have its own little rule that governs the round. And that they scratch their heads on that a little bit.
Yep.
So there's a couple of hurdles here, but once you clear both of those hurdles, people really hone in on this. And my experience has been they've really enjoyed it. We just taught it a couple of weeks ago at a game night that we had here at the house, and one of the people playing said, "This is the second time I played it, and now I get it."
Oh, nice!
And now I get it. And so it might take a game or two for people to really kind of hone in on it, but it's just a fun game to teach. Yeah. And so that's one of one of 2 games that are really kind of new teaches for me. And I just had to put it on there. So that's my number 6, Rebel Princess.
With the theme and the Frog King and the princesses and all that kind of stuff. Rebel Princess, I can see that it's an easy teach. It's a light enough game.
Yeah.
It's the best version of Hearts there is that I know of.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Hearts fan, but it is the best version of Hearts, and it's a fun game to play, and I would never turn it down. I like Rebel Princess.
Awesome.
I can't wait for Zombie Princess, but I'm waiting. And anyways, all right.
So many pictures and advertisements.
Zombie Princess is going to be awesome. Anyways, my number 6 is a newer game to me, and I drag it around like I always want people to play it, even if they're not even, like, I could take it to work and be like, hey, let's quit working and play this game. No, I don't know. I don't know why I like this game so much. I love this game. This game is Feed the Kraken by Fun Pals.
Oh, geez.
Feed the Kraken is funny because I took it to my sister-in-law's house one day, and her boyfriend, fiance now, I guess, was like, I don't like board games. I don't want to play it. I says, well, do you want to try to be a pirate or something? He's like, I don't know. And I'm like, all right, well, sit down. I'm going to make you play it anyways. And as soon as the teach is very simple, you got a captain. You can get drunk and kick him out, but he's going to pick a card, and the first lieutenant's going to pick a card, and then a navigator's going to pick a card, and basically you have pirates, you have normal sailors, and you have one poor sap that wants to be fed to the Kraken. And you're just trying to navigate your ship across this map through these card decisions and choices. It's a social deduction game, social interaction game, where the pirates want to get to one island, which is over here. The normal sailors want to get to this island with the treasure, and the cultist, he doesn't care. He wants to drive right down the middle and get fed to the Kraken. Please throw me overboard. And it's hilarious. It's a great game. It's easy for people to get into. There's not a lot of pressure in it as far as for a social deduction game. You can be involved or not involved and listen as much as you want and still be connected to everything, because you're going to be picked as the navigator or you're going to become the captain, and each of those roles is simple in itself, but just the way it plays out is so much fun. The board is beautiful, little pirate ship, little Kraken. This is just a great thing to put to the table, and that first play for anybody is just like, woohoo, I can't believe I did that. It doesn't matter what they did, just can't believe we did it. So I really love Feed the Kraken. That's my number 6 for this list.
That's a good game.
I love teaching this game and toting it around for people. So,
on my short list, Forest Shuffle was one I really enjoy teaching. Every time I think about Forest Shuffle, I dread the counting. I dread the point tallying, but I really enjoy teaching the game. Stone Spine Architects is another one that I've really enjoyed teaching.
That was on my short list too.
Because, you can... And again, it's the theme that kind of helps you understand the game. You're building a dungeon, and all the rooms have to kind of match. You have to be able to trace a line back to the entrance and back to the. It's just a really, really neat way that the theme kind of helps you teach the game.
Yep, it's a great way to draft out a little dungeon. That was actually really close on my short list. For heavy gamers, for Euro gamers, I have a couple on here. I really like teaching viticulture. Viticulture has such a great, and viticulture with the Four Seasons board has such a great theme to it, and such a good flow in everything it does. Plant the fields, make the grapes, make the wine, sell the wine, like all of that makes extreme sense. And the things you can do in the different seasons makes a lot of sense too. So I really like teaching this game just because of the cohesiveness of the game, plus the theme. And then Dune Imperium, I really like teaching this game as well, because the first time somebody that's a Euro gamer plays Dune Imperium, or somebody that's a gamer you're bringing in, you're like, yeah, we're in. As soon as they decide, oh, I only have 2 workers and I have to figure out which cards to use. I mean, they're just the balance of those things just floors people. And I really love to see that play as they start to explore this and that, and oh my gosh, and wow, and I'm going in for battle with way too many troops, and just all those cool things. So
Obscurio and Heat Pebbled Metal were 2 that I kind of mentioned during the list that weren't on my list, but I did think about them. So we'll stop there, and we can save the other ones for over on the Flipside, which is where you guys can go right now using the link in the description below for our top 5 games we love to teach. And give us a like and subscribe here. Give us a few comments over here, and then head on over there, and we'll thank you for it. See you on the flip side, folks.
Later.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you like this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.